Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Oha Kate, I'm a composer, and today we're going to be checking out NCT 127 Ayo. This was a wildcard request from one of my patrons. Thank you. And if you'd also like to become a patron and get some guaranteed requests, the link is in the description, as well as a link to submit a one-time request if you would prefer that. But yeah, I'm excited to check this out. I'm not too familiar with NCT 127. I don't think I've heard this song, doesn't ring a bell. So let's quickly get into this and do a fun little analysis. Here we go. That's a really cool little effect that they did on the vocals. Let me just hear that again. That it's a little trill, you know, it's kind of shaking between two notes really quickly, and I can't tell if that's something the vocalist actually did in the recording or if it's something that they did in post-production. Either way, it's really cool, really nice effect. I like it. Excuse me. And the sound design is really nice in this. Really dissonant and dirty synths in the background. Love the atmosphere so far. Wow. Okay, I really like this song. It's definitely my thing. The composition is very fun and interesting. There's lots of stuff going on actually. That bridge was beautifully melodic and fun. There was like a little piano riff going on there. Just some nice unexpected moments all around. And that chorus is a really great explosion. There's a lot of like rhythmic awareness, you know, like knowing when to have the notes extended and knowing when to give some quick fire notes like da, 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 kind of really helps the rhythm out. So far, it seems that each of these guys has a really cool, unique voice. There was one fella there, I think he was the second guy who sang in the initial verse, who had a very high tenor voice, although he was a rapper. So it was just interesting because he had a very like high tone, but he was a rapper, and that's a really cool touch. There was a guy there in the bridge whose voice really grabbed me. We'll go back at the end once the video is done and explore it, but great song so far. Let's keep it going. The video is cool. Nothing super special, but it's very well shot. It's well directed, well lit. I really like their outfits. The backdrops are, you know, they're sort of typical. Nothing really that special about the environments, but visually it's very nice to look at. That little tunnel actually is pretty cool. I forgot about that tunnel. I love the mix of the formal attire and the streetwear. I think that's a cool contrast. Really great choreo. I think this is the guy here whose voice I really like. He has really, really great voice. I like that little background vocal part there, the low tones. This part. That's what I'm talking about, like the na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's mixed in with more extended notes like the na-na-na. You know, it's a good mix of sounds that really keeps your ear interested. This guy too, his voice is standing out to me as well. Yeah, really fun track. And there's a really good attitude in the more like spoken rap parts as well. This guy looks so badass with the hair, I love it. Ooh, this is nice. Wow. Working the camera like crazy. Right, ad-libs. Wow. All right. So that was a new favorite for me. I just love these kinds of hard-hitting, I guess you could say hip hop slash R&B tracks that have a really great balance of, you could say, a louder sounds, more dissonant sounds, with also beautiful melodic parts, nice chordal structure and melodies, a great mix of rapping and sung melodies, good harmonies, some really fun instrumentation like that little piano roll in the bridge. And I also liked in the bridge how there were these chords that were really spread out. It would be like boom, and then 4 bars would go, and then it would be another boom. It's almost like a meditative approach they had to this song at times. And that bridge also was a really interesting break around here when these two guys were singing. Really interesting break from the more chaotic main track. So yeah, really good bridge. Lots of contrast across the track. I'm not sure if I really have anything critical to say about this. Really just, some of the environments were a little bit so-so, but, even this environment here in the bridge, I was really into. Like, these visuals are just stunning. And those looks are just, wowie, outstanding. I have to say, this guy he really he really grabbed me by the heart with his look and with his voice. He's definitely my favorite. So please tell me more about him. If he has any solo stuff, I'd be interested to hear that. This part was cool too, with the, I guess, Milky Way above them. Overall, the choreo was so on point, super sick. The video was very well directed. You can tell they were really giving it their all. Love the outfits. This is a very fun and impressive first impression for me for this group. I'm like, the name looks familiar, and I'm certain that I've seen uh, one of their music videos before, but I can't remember what it was. Did they do Kick It? I think there's a song called Kick It. They might have done that song. If so, yeah, I've heard that song. Let me look this up real quick. Hang on. Kick It. Yes, okay, they did do that song. That's a great song. That's actually one of my favorites, or one of my most listened to tracks last year. So obviously I've heard one song from this group, and I'm really glad that I got to check out another, because I haven't seen any of their other music videos. I've only heard the audio for Kick It, and that's as much familiarity as I have with this group until now. Let's just have a little browse through this to see what we can see, if there's something else that deserves a little bit of discussion here. I really like this outfit too. That sort of reminds me of another music video that was released many years ago called Max Step by Unique Unit. So if you like this song, you would really like that song, Unique Max Step by Unique Unit. It's a really great, like, heavy dubstep track that came out in like the early 2010s, and it features a couple of members of EXO and maybe Super Junior, and then there's one girl from, I think, Girls' Generation who was in it. But it was a really great song. So yeah, that reminds me of that. Um, I loved this tunnel sequence. I really liked that guy's suit. He also had great presence. I liked his delivery of the spoken word vocals. Uh, I think that about covers it. Yeah, that about covers it. Okay, so we're gonna go to do a lyrical analysis now. Okay, honestly, I'm not sure what to think of these lyrics. I like them. They're actually pretty fun in the spirit of the song, but I do find them a little bit confusing, and I'm not sure exactly what, if the song is even about one singular thing. Honestly, I think what happened here is that they kind of just wrote some really fun phrases and kind of didn't take it too seriously. They just found some fun phrases that they wanted to yell out, some epic sayings, and just kind of had fun with that. And I think that's a fine approach. Not every song needs to be about some deep thing. There is sort of this really random theme of Vikings and Valhalla and like immortal beings and this sort of fantastical, like, slaying dragons and that kind of stuff. So in that sense, it reads to me as just kind of a sort of a hype song. I.e., we are, just powerful and confident, and nothing can stand in our way, and let's just have a lot of fun. We're gonna, get the place pumping, all that sort of stuff. Pretty fun, pretty cool. And then later in the song, oh yeah, and then there's some hints towards maybe they want to start a revolution. Although I guess, getting hyped up, maybe going against the status quo, sort of a similar thing going on there. And then the confusing part, though, is sort of later in the song, where there's some lines about a potential love interest. Mm. Are you ready? In the sun of an uncertain tomorrow, a shooting star shimmers and blinks out. But even in that moment, I have you. Um, and then there's this part, something about, oh yeah, My attention's on you, babe. Tell me, babe. We can go all night long, all night long. Yeah, like those lines, they kind of don't seem to fit with anything else. So in that sense, I just think it's like I just intended as a fun, catchy song, not too deep, just something to get hype and dance to. You know, the lines are written to be fun to sing rather than have any deep particular meaning. But if I'm wrong about that, feel free to let me know. I would be more than happy to be proven wrong. Um, and all that said, I do have some favorite lines here. There was one verse here. I quite like this verse. Each step on impact is a tide of rage. Yeah. Thirsting for faith, shattered doctrine, perfect stranger calling on the sheep. Sick of the games, you're craving for a change up, the weight of invisible values. Just watch, I got the plan. Yep. I can't really get any meaning from that, but it sounds cool. That's why I like it, you know? Um, and that's why it's appealing. It sounds cool, it's fun, and we're into it. Okay, I think that's about all I have to say about this track. Thank you to my anonymous patron who suggested this as part of their wildcard request. Again, if you would like to support my channel, become a patron or a YouTube member, and there's also a link to submit a one-time request if you would prefer to do that. Again, my name is Ohakade. I'm a composer, and you can check out my original work if you just look up the symphonic metal band Valkada. That's my main musical project. Feel free to check that out too. And yeah, if you have any other NCT 127 songs you'd like me to check out, feel free to leave a comment. I do enjoy reading the YouTube comments. Any other suggestions you have, I am more than happy to hear that. Okay, that's about it from me for today. Thank you so much and take care.